I want to clear up something I hear quite often about councillors who belong to political parties. This idea that somehow we come into local government with a national agenda that we're expected to deliver. That's not how local government works. When somebody chooses to belong to a political party, whichever party that happens to be, it's because they identify with the values of that party. That doesn't mean agreeing with every single national policy. In fact, people within the same party can and do disagree, and that's the best part of democracy. But there are overarching values that bring people together, and those values influence the way we approach decisions, what we think is important, our priorities, the questions we ask, the things we scrutinize, and the outcomes we want for our communities. What doesn't happen is Westminster deciding how an individual councillor should scrutinise a local decision, or some national politician telling councillors how their local council should be run. Of course, councils operate within national legislation and regulation, and governments of every political colour make and change those laws, and councils have to work within those laws. But that's very different from saying that councillors are here to deliver a national political agenda locally. Local councillors are here to represent their residents, scrutinise decisions and make judgments about what's right for those communities that they represent and where they live. And whether somebody is Conservative, Labour, Liberal Democrat, Green, Reform and Independent or belongs to another political group, I think it's important to recognise the distinction. A party rosette tells you something about the values a person broadly identifies with. It doesn't mean somebody in Westminster is telling them what to think. And ultimately, when we sit at that council chamber, we should be able to explain and stand behind the decisions we make for the people we represent.